CASSIUS, IFL TV, MCK Global. We're at Human Performance Centre, PWR. Here in Essex. Phil, we're in Essex today.
Essex man, isn't I, bro?
How have you found it today in the stream?
Yeah, good. Just come down, see me old mate Adam and Danny. Picked me up, done a bit of a session. It's good, feeling good. Got to get back into the swing of things after all this lockdown shit, full time. Got a few bits and bobs to sort out and ready to rock and roll, mate.
Obviously trying to shed a little bit of weight. Your weight all right at the minute? On point?
Listen, I don't think no one's weight's bang on point yet, waiting for fight dates. But these lads I've got these putting me through my sessions. These young lads putting them through some circuits and other bits and bobs and slapping them about and giving it this and giving it large. You know what I mean, Coop?
Then one shot on the gym and you'll be out of.
What?
One shot on the chin, you'll be out of.
One shot on the chin, you reckon, yeah?
I believe that.
Slap. You know what I mean? Backhand. See that? Do you know what I mean? How you been, Coop?
I'm alright, Phil. Yeah, nice day today. Had a little bit of stick over this whole Canelo thing, have you?
Coop, do you know what? They can give you all the stick they want to give you, but if no one's offered you a fight and put in writing and put the contract in front of you and say this is the terms, then it is what it is. You know, the only terms we knew was money, and it wasn't really great. Listen, you don't work all your life, you know, put everything into one house. You know, you agree to sell on that house now, and 3 months down the road, it's nowhere near the same money you're getting for that house. Business don't work like that. I mean, listen, each to their own, but there were no contract physically in front of me to sign and to look at, apart from numbers being thrown around, and I just took myself out of the equation because I'm not prepared to go for all that shit and stress. Look, what we are, 8 weeks out for that date. There's still no opponent fixed and no opponent. Why isn't their opponent picked at the moment? Because what they want to do is leave someone, pick them, give them 6 weeks notice, 7 weeks notice, and give them 3 or 4 weeks of media tours up and down the America and chuck them in the ring and let Canelo go to work on them. Listen, I've not been as fortunate as him to have a gym to, you know, people say you should be training. Because I've been training and doing ticking over, but ticking over don't warrant that sort of training method for that fight. You have to go away into a proper camp, proper sparring, proper facilities there to train, proper people all around you, everything you need. You know, nutritionists locked away in lockdown. You know, obviously Ben had nowhere to train. He ain't got his own gym. There was no other gyms open, so it just nothing adds up for that day. So it is what it is. People can say what they want, but you know, being world champion must not matter anymore. I'm world champion because I made the right decisions and right choices for my career. So me and MTK sat down and we both decided that, listen, it's a shambles and we won't be a part of it.
So you got absolutely no regrets over kind of pulling yourself out, no?
KUGAN, listen, mate. It comes to a stage at night. I could go to bed. Listen, when I finish a fight, if I get out and get beat by a better man, I can look my sons in the eye and go, I got beat by the better man, and sleep at night. But if you go in there for money and sell yourself short for money, then you come out and you've got every regret in the world. I could have been, should have been, this and that. Money comes and goes. I don't care if it ever happens. If it happens, it happens. I'm two-time world champion. It's not really a bad career, is it? You know, so if that fight don't happen, the only thing I can control is winning. So if I keep on winning, then the public will demand it, and maybe it'll happen again. Maybe it won't. But you know, there's Callum Smith, there's Andrade. Who do
you think gets that fight? Just to finish off on that, who do you think gets that fight?
Personally, myself, I don't think Callum Smith's going to have the fight because the money. I don't think the money's not going to be there. The money's not there, and the way they will offer Callum Smith, they're probably, in my opinion, what they'll say is, okay, Callum, we'll give you your money. You got an £8 weight restriction clause, which Callum's not going to take. You know, that they'll offer him money, and then they'll put something in the works for people to say, oh, Callum Smith got offered it and didn't want it. So I think someone like you, Arturo Johnson's, someone
Quigley.
I don't really know. Look, I don't really know. Quigley, look, good luck to him. If he gets it, he gets it. But I don't think the zone would be comfortable with that sort of an opponent at the minute. You know, he had a bit of a mistake, a blip for his career when he got beat by Johnson. I think maybe a Lemieux, maybe if Golden Boy, if Canelo, because Canelo don't like Golden Boy, so I'm hearing that he's not giving any Golden Boy fighter the chance to fight because he don't want Oscar De La Hoya having a few quid. This is a strong, good rumour.
Your old opponent, John Ryder's also been mentioned.
John Ryder's a perfect opponent. You listen, good game fella, can have a fight. You know, I'd love to see him get the fight. Got all to gain, nothing to lose. Life-changing money, and he's a good kid and a good fighter. So it'd be nice to see him get the fight.
What names have been mentioned for you potentially for the end of the year between you and MTK and Hearn, etc.?
I just think that the only fights that should happen, and the only 2 fights really I really do want to happen this year, is Callum Smith or Andrade. Andrade, we've got history, what's gone on before in the past, and Callum Smith's on obviously a unification fight. So I think them 2 fights make real sense. And I can see one of them definitely happening.
But the Eubank fight doesn't interest you at all?
I don't even bother talking about it. He's a waste of time, waste of space.
But the fight itself, I'm asking
the fight itself for the public to watch all the build up and shit. Yeah, it's a big show, big fairy shit. Forget about him. He's got nothing. You know what I mean? He's got nothing. No one's interested in. Let him go and win something. Let him get on the map somewhere, and then maybe we'll consider it. But at the minute, he's just parked up in the corner. You know. So hopefully, I'm looking for the big fights, the world elite fighters. That's what I'm looking at. You know, and just fucking, you know, on a fair, even playing field.
When do you expect to know then when you'll be fighting and who?
Well, I had a contact with MTK a couple of days ago, and they're just working on something now. I'll touch base with Eddie, and I think we're going to be sitting down in the coming weeks and making a plan.
But end of the year, November, December?
100%, yeah. And listen, maybe the end of October, November, even if it's December. Well, we're only going to be out once this year, so it doesn't really matter, does it? You know, if it is November or December, it is what it is. But I'm only going to be out once. But I think this year the pandemic obviously has put a spanner in the works for everybody.
But that's affected you more so than anyone, hasn't it? Because that fight with Canelo was nailed on, wasn't it?
Well, it was nailed on my part, but even still, then, you know, there was no press conference to announce it, was there? So it is what it is, you know. Listen, the way I look at it, you know, everything happens for a reason, and you know, we can't be in control of stuff that happen like that, pandemics and stuff, and obviously it's took a lot of lives, so you've got to take it seriously. So really, there's not really a lot we could do about it. You know, I've got a very good management team. You know, I'm with Eddie Hearn, one of the best promoters in the world, and so all I can do is put my trust in them and make a big fight, and let's see where we go.
We saw a picture the other day with Tyson and Anthony Joshua in Marbella. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think?
They was discussing what brass gaff to go to, weren't they?
Well, I don't know what the context of the conversation was.
Well, I know what it was. AJ knew where there was some for 60 quid, but Tyson knew where there was some for 30 quid. And they was talking about, you know, where they're going there together and that.
But according to, I think it was Eddie Hearn who spoke to Joshua about it, he said that Tyson just pulled up and, yeah, they kind of said something about their next fights and kind of see you next year.
Yeah, which I think's fair for both, you know. I think that the main thing of that fight, I think the numbers have got settled, what the split is. So as long as both of them don't get beat, then it's the same plate of food for both, and I think that's fair. I think they're both, you know, I've got to put Dillian White in there as well. I've got to put Dillian White, you know, and then again, you've got to put Chisora in there. Listen, we got a good bunch of heavyweights now. It used to be terrible, didn't it? But now we've got a good bunch of heavyweights that fucking, like the Dillian White and Chisora fight, that was some fight, both of them. The first one was probably one of the bestest heavyweight fights I've seen for a long time. So we've got a good bunch of heavyweights, but like I say...
You got a bit of sympathy for Dillian White in his situation? Obviously he's been...
Yeah, I have, yeah. I have. Listen, it's just sometimes, look mate, it's just... It's one of them things that money controls boxing. Money, it's all about money now. You know, it's all about money. You wouldn't get two fighters now that say, right, fair, even playing field, all take, listen, who wins takes all. It's all got to be percentages and this one and that one and fucking. Even as the champion, I'm not too worried about what. Good luck to what my opponent gets. If I'm happy to take X and my opponent's getting more than me, whether they're champion or not champion, then you've got to say, well, I'm happy with what I got. Good luck. But everyone wants the most. Everyone wants to be greedy. It's all about the money, innit? And with Dillian Whyte, he's waited a long time. Listen, I'm sure Tyson had given me a shot. You know, we know Tyson's not feared or frightened of anyone. He goes in the backyard, he'll fight anybody. So if the money's put to him, right? If Eddie Hearn gives him a good offer and puts the money, right? Then 100% he'll take the fight. But he's on a lot. They've really got to dig deep to match his purses from the ESPN.
Eddie Hearn actually, did come out the other day and said that he would put the money up for Fury,
more than what ESPN
Fury and
put
White.
up for
Well, I
his
don't know.
fight.
He just said he'd put the money up for it.
You know, you're talking a lot of candy. I mean, I know the candy he gets, and it's a lot of candy. So, but again, it's a big fight, isn't it? You know, it's a big fight. Dillian Whyte.
Would you rather see that than the Wilder third fight?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Dillian Whyte and him fight now Wilder. I'd rather see Dillian Whyte fight Tyson Fury than Deontay Wilder now. That fight now, I feel that Wilder's heart now's broke. He's a broken man. He's never going to be the same. You're never going to glue him back together. When it comes to he may be alright for another heavyweight to fight, but when it comes to Tyson Fury, he's shattered. It's done. You know, there's so much went into the first fight, and then the game plan changed completely from that end of the scale to that side, and Tyson just went there and beat him at his own game, and I think that this shattered him. Just finished him off, thinking, you know, you come and beat me up.
You don't believe he'll be the same fighter again?
No, I don't believe. No, definitely not. Not when Tyson Fury is involved. Definitely not. Now, because listen, if let's say they want to stand back in box, that's going to be an easy night for Tyson. But then Tyson went up there and smashed him up, just pushed him back, broke him down, and punched the shit out of him. So he's never going to be the same man. You know, he's a good fighter and a good puncher. He's always got a puncher's chance because he can punch. But he hit Tyson with the best, and Tyson got back up and, you know, got a draw when he should have won, and then stopped him the second time. So all up the Fury. He's the man, isn't he? He's the main man.
You was very vocal on your social media recently about racism towards travellers, which you always have been all the way through your career. But you posted that sign. I wasn't sure whether that was a new thing.
That was a sign, yeah. No gypsies. You know, I
giving a warning about gypsies in the area.
Yeah, I think that the gypsies get discriminated a lot. If people see gypsies, they think just glue everything down and lock everything up. Do you know what I mean? Like these young gypsy kids here, they've never stolen anything in their life, have you?
100%.
What about you? See? Do you know what I mean? They're not going to go and steal, are they? Do you know what I mean? But you get all these gypsies now, they're just, I don't know. Listen, we do get discriminated. It is a bad thing.
But there's people out there that don't view it as discrimination when you talk about racism, etc. But it is.
Well, it is, yeah. But you know, we just learnt to get on and deal with it. Like these here, when they're at school, when these are at school and that, these are getting called the gypsy, the pikey. He don't go to school over it no more. He don't want to go to school over it no more. He don't go to school over it no more. He don't go to school over it no more because of the term pikey. They keep getting called pikey, gypsy, and they keep getting in trouble in school, but keep having fights. Then when I do say to him, look, let's say that they ring up, oh, Steve's been in trouble. Like the teacher rang me before, been in trouble. You go down, you ask them what it's about. When you sit in there, then he'll tell you what it's about, and then I say, well, what can I do? Like fucking. Someone's called him a name, he's defended himself with his fist, and then it is what it is. So that's the only way now gypsies know to defend themselves, and that's fighting. But at the minute, you know,
don't these teachers at your school accept being called a pikey as a form of racism?
Do you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Now all the gypsies and pikeys, they're all going to gather together and probably go up and smash London up or do something, and then people will start taking notice. Before it gets to that, something should be done. You know. I've been refused before. Oh yeah, no, you can't come in here. I haven't done anything. Bit of food and but I don't.
What, in recent years or when you were younger?
No, recent years. 100% recent years. You know, 100% recent years. I've been to like places like when I've been out with friends, go out with 3 or 4 friends, like myself, go there. But I say, look, mate, you know, look, I'm not going to cause no trouble. You know, I'm just sorry, mate, we can't. It's not you. If you want to go in on your own, you can go in. What, leave me mates, you know what I mean? So they can't go in because they're gypsies, pikeys. We get it a lot. The amount of hate mail I get, pikey, this and that on my Instagram, this and that, gypsy, fucking smelly bastard. Do you know what I mean? Do I stink?
No.
Maybe stink a little bit now and then, do you know what I mean? These are polecats, these two.
You're the polecat.
These are proper polecats, these two I think.
Who's got more potential out of these two? That's obviously your brother's boy and Stevie there.
Yeah, I think they're both bums, to be honest with you, Coop.
You're a bum.
I think they're both bums. I don't know if they got what it takes. I don't know if he a jack. I don't know if he a jack. Would you jack or what, Bill?
I don't think Bill
would.
would.
You say them words? I think Steve would jack. I think Steve would jack the new Bill.
Who's the sauciest out of the two of these?
Oh, they're both saucy. They don't leave each other. They're always up and down, keep getting fights.
There must be one that's...
No, well, the other day they got fighting up to rip them off someone. They're just on the gypsy camp, just roaming around and just fighting as it's the norm. So now I'm just going to take them with me, chuck them in the gym every day where I train, and let them take all their stress and anger out.
But they've been training here today with you, haven't they? Well, not with you, but they've been training in the same
They train
place.
with me as well at home. They train with me.
Just to finish off on what you were talking about, so there's no solution to this, it's just people have got to wake up to the fact that...
Listen, every life matters. Cost Black lives matters, every life matters, you know. But I just feel that we get targeted a lot for an unnecessary reason.
Okay.
So I don't know. Listen, is Boris Johnson going to do anything about that? No, he's not, is he? Do you know what I mean? Boris, help us out, mate. Please, give us give us no helping hand here. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, we can't do nothing about it.
Had little Henry that just went past. Henry Turner and Dennis McCann, two future stars there, Bill.
100%, two future world champions. Listen, that's all they've got to do is put their head into the game, stick out to it, keep in.
Come in.
Here's the man, the ads.
Here's the man.
I think they've both definitely got the chance of being world champions.
Just talking about Dennis and Henry there, but you've had...
He loves the camera, this man, doesn't he?
He doesn't actually.
He did it.
He actually doesn't because he avoids it. He does avoid it.
Like the plague.
But yeah, when are you going to be fully up and running?
Saturday. Open Saturday. Yeah, looking forward to it.
What a setup here, though. Very good setup.
Good
Best I've
set,
seen.
very good setup here.
Yeah, we tried.
I come in here tenth. I come out like elastic now, Coop. I'm like, what's his name? Naz in his prime now.
Look at who's coming out. He's a film star. This one. Look at this. Look at that. Get out of there.
But it's one of them.
Oh, Dennis.
Feeling good.
Here and you go, Den.
McCann, he's the man. He's the man. He's the man.
Happening.
Trying to be.
Good facilities here, then.
Best enough.
I don't know if he's got fake tan on or not.
Yes.
Has he got fake tan on?
Fake
or what?
tan
Some
on,
better,
innit?
some better.
Has he got fake tan on, Cougar? What? I don't know. Who looks browner. You or Cougar?
There ain't a lot in it, to be honest.
There's not a lot in it.
There ain't a lot in it. Sunbeds.
Nah, it's on holiday, isn't it?
What, on lockdown? 8-minute holiday, yeah. Absolutely. So you're open from this Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, Dennis is in here. The boys are all training. So I've got all the pros in at the minute. You're allowed to have them in. And we're open to normal people come Saturday. Thank you. I'm out of here.
He's out of it.
Cheers.
He's out of it.
Thanks, mate. You got anything to say, Dennis?
I'm the man, that's what I gotta say.
So, Coog.
All right, Bill. Thank you very much.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, and yeah, we'll look forward to hearing your fight news soon.
Pending.
Pending.
Laters.
Cheers, mate. Respect.
Don't
you.
leave a man hanging. Oh, Rolex. Look at that.
Fake.
Look at that. Hey, all right, Coog.
Fake.
Oh, look, put it in the camera again.
Fake. Cheers, Bill.
Right, let's get off, Dan.